Welcome, collective. Happy Monday if you're watching this when this is posted. We've got quite a heavy message here for some of the collective, and I feel this might be a very specific message for a certain number of people in the collective. But some of you, very recently, like within the last day or two, or even today, you've been sitting and lingering, running literal past scenarios in your mind, like reliving the actual conversations. This is what I'm hearing from Spirit: is that these moments of not being interpreted the way you were representing yourself, and people not hearing the words that you were saying, and the frustration, you're feeling this inner frustration of why you can't be understood or why you weren't understood at that time. Literally, you're running through scenarios that happened years ago. So again, this is a very specific energy check, and if this resonates with you, please stick around. We're going to dive deeper into this because this is quite a heavy one. Remember, this is a collective reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. Don't try to make it fit. This isn't for everybody. This seems very specific, but what I'm hearing from Spirit very aggressively is that for a portion of the collective, and if this resonates again, you'll know, because you'll be like, yes, I understand this. I feel this. You are literally running through specific scenarios of situations that happened even years ago. It could be 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. You could be running scenarios from your childhood, and you're literally having specific memories of conversations where you're actually feeling the impact of that event, like in a physical way, in a mental way. You are feeling that energy at that moment, what that felt like. You're feeling it in the here and now. And it's like you're reliving this. And it feels so heavy, the weight on you at this moment, but you're bouncing out of it very successfully. But it's not just because you bounce out of it doesn't mean you're not feeling the intensity of it. So, what I'm really hearing strongly in this message, oh my God, it is such an intense message. But you have made such strides in your life, such strides in your life, that even though you feel the same intensity that you've always felt when you've relived these moments of these heavy burdens, these memories of not being understood in the way that you are authentically in your life, that you have built this skill, this ability to, and it's through your resilience. I mean, honestly, the immense amount of resilience you have is impressive, because I'm feeling it right now. The way you're able to alchemize that energy is magical. Literally, like I'm seeing the magician. I'm seeing that card in the tarot. You are the magician. You take that energy, man, and you just like flip it. Like you just instantaneously like flip it. You go, okay, I'm gonna feel this and I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna turn it into something good. I am gonna manifest positivity in my life at this moment. Like, you have become so skilled at this. It is wildly impressive. Like I when I pulled these cards, and Spirit was like aggressively like sending the messages to me and saying like, this part of the collective who this resonates with, these individuals are phenomenal at this point, that they have been able to alchemize this pain. They're allowing themselves to feel it. And that's really important, because when you run from the reality of your experiences, it doesn't allow you to process those feelings. It's kind of like when you go to therapy and you're working on yourself, you're allowing yourself to feel those things and work through them and be able to troubleshoot how you can turn those things around and alchemize it. You've become so good at that now that you're able to flip that narrative so quickly now and alchemize it, but you're allowing yourself to process it, which is a really good thing to see here. But the problem is that like you're feeling that intensity, or you have been feeling it, and you've been flipping it around, but you've been kind of feeling it again, flipping it. It's almost kind of like this in and out kind of energy that you're going through right now, and it feels intense. And that intensity is making you feel a degree of fear of the changes that are happening in your life. It's almost like you're feeling the energy trying to pull you back into those memories, but then you're like, hell no. And you're alchemizing it and going into the other direction of no, I put so much work into this. I'm not allowing this to consume me, which is awesome. But there is this lingering fear of going back and fear of what's ahead. Like it's like this double fear that you're going through. You're like, I don't want to go back, but I'm kind of scared of what's ahead of me because do I have the capacity to handle it? And for some of you, and I'm hearing this really strongly right now from Spirit, for some of you, the intensity of the change that's happening, that positive change, that it's going so fast and so aggressively right at this moment for you that you're almost feeling like, do I have the capacity to handle this? Do I have the ability to handle all this as it's coming at me? Do I even know what I need to do? And Spirit is saying, you know what you need to do. Tap into the divine. This is so important. Right now is a time to connect strongly with the divine, connect with God, connect with the universe, connect with Spirit, whatever it is for you. Make sure that you're grounding yourself every day. I'm hearing this: ground yourself, ground yourself. Make sure you're grounding yourself, however that looks for you. Everybody is different, right? Everybody has a different way of going about it. Make sure you are connecting with source. Make sure that you are having a tight relationship. And also what I'm hearing, God, it's so busy, the messages. Make sure that you are listening, you're paying attention, because these messages that are coming to you aren't just coming to you like you're going to meditate and the message comes to you. No, they are going to be coming through to you through people that you interact with, situations you find yourself in, experiences you have. I am hearing this very strongly. And through these messages, you are going to see where that abundance lies. And you have so much, and like you've got wish fulfillment here. Seriously, if you tap into the divine, if you allow yourself to alchemize and process these memories that are filtering through you right now, you are going, and I think there is a really selective portion of this collective right now that's actually seeing the fruition. You're actually seeing the luck that you've been having, even though you're processing this stuff, you're going through, you're alchemizing. You do in the back of your mind, you're like, damn, like where I was and where I'm at, I am seeing things moving along. I am actually seeing things turning around and I'm seeing the positive stuff coming towards me right now. And that's what's keeping you moving. That's what's keeping, and for some of you, you're going to be seeing it soon. You're going to be seeing your wishes coming to light. You're going to be seeing the hard work paying off. You're going to actually see the flip happening. You're seeing the movement happening, and it's so amazing because you are gaining that influence. You are changing the environments. You're changing things in your life. They're changing. I'm really seeing that. And when we got the neuro linguistics here, so the first one that we got, and we're going to take a look at this one. So this one is surface structure. Surface structure refers to the actual words people use, while the deeper meaning may lie beneath. This card reminds you that what's said isn't always what's meant. Pay attention to the language and explore what's beneath the surface. And when this card came out, Spirit was saying this is where those lingering memories, those things that you're alchemizing are. Keep this in mind when you are alchemizing those memories, when you're flipping them to the positive, flipping them around so that they are no longer impacting you in that negative form. Realize that the words that people use sometimes have a deeper meaning. Something lies beneath. It actually, yes, thank you, Spirit. It reveals what it is about them. It's not so much about you. It tells the story about them. Please remember this. As you're processing these memories and you hear these people's words repeating in your mind, these things, these negative things that were misunderstood about you, said about you, this says more about where they're at, where they were at that time, versus what it says about you. Because you know who you are, you know what you represent. And then the next card that came out was well-formed outcomes. Unclear goals create hesitation, while well-formed outcomes is sensory rich, positively stated, achieved, and measurable. ask yourself, what exactly do I want and how will I know when I've achieved it? The clearer your target, the stronger your drive to reach it. As you're alchemizing these memories and processing this stuff and turning things around, really look specifically at the goals that you have in your life, what goals you have had recently, and where you need to make some adjustments. Spirit is telling me now, you may need to make some slight adjustments in your goal based on where things have been heading right now. And that's okay. Because as we grow, as we evolve, as things change in our lives, we need to recalibrate our goals. So make sure that your goals are very clear for where you're at now. And if you need to make adjustments, now is the time. Spirit is saying this is the time to make those adjustments. And then we had we had one angel card fly out, and then Spirit said flip the deck. So we're going to look at the first card that came out, which is 711, persistence. Reap the rewards of your efforts. You've been putting in the work. You have been putting in a massive amount of work, and it is time that you reap those rewards. You've been working so very hard towards your goals, but at some point, you have to take all that you've done and benefit from it. Don't deny yourself the benefits of all the hard work you've been doing. Please understand that. Your angels ask you to honor your growth, honor it. Reflect on something you've been working on for a long time and think about how far you've come. Seriously, look at how far you've come. You have made such an immense amount of progress. Look at the way you've been alchemizing shit. Seriously. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cuss, but I really mean it in that way. Really give yourself some credit for lessons learned, tasks accomplished, and fears faced. Give yourself a pat on the back. When the angels gave me this number for the collective, like it resonated so much with the message that was received in the oracles for the energy. You guys are alchemizing shit like crazy. Like you are flipping stuff like in minutes. Like you're just going through it, processing it. And you're like, hey, okay, look how far I've come. Reap the rewards. Give yourself credit. Pat yourself on the back. You have done an immense amount of work. Bravo. Really. You are courageous. Then Spirit says split the deck, and we got 557, expansive thoughts. Consider a new perspective. It might be time to consider a new perspective because a simple change in perspective will shed light on the situation before you. Open your mind to hearing and seeing new interpretations of what you are currently dealing with. Your angels will work through curiosity, inspiration, and even other people to relay their messages. Write down all your inspired thoughts in this moment, no matter how insequential you may think they are. This comes in with that message of look at your goals. You might need to look at your goals and reevaluate things and say, you know what, I need to get new perspectives. Maybe I need to make some adjustments in my goals to make this kind of go in a more direction in which is going to work for me. And it is important to reevaluate things. And the word that we got was reflection. And I love this because it's so important that you reflect on things because it's like a disco ball sending rainbows across the dance floor. Your subconscious, what it does is it spills out into the pages of your journal. Your community showing up for you after you have tirelessly done so much for them. It's a moment of reflection, the return. When you put out into the world will eventually return to you. What you put out returns to you. Remember that. Every action has equal and opposite reaction. When you push, they pull. When you pull, they pull. Now is not the time to absorb. It may hit hard, but you need to let it bounce off of you. Do not hold on. Do not hold on to those memories. It's okay to reflect, but let it go. That's alchemizing. Okay. Do not hold on to it, right? You can acknowledge it, but then you have to return to sender. And that's the whole thing about processing. You've gotten so good at processing these memories and alchemizing it. You are acknowledging them, but then you're returning it back to them. You're saying, this energy, it doesn't belong to me anymore. I'm returning it back to you. It is yours to handle. And in preparation of setting your intentions, when you keep all this in mind, I want you to ask yourselves these questions. Is this moment an echo of something you sent out into the world? How can you use this moment to look inward and make personal changes? Do you need to adjust those goals? Are you viewing this from an autobiographical lens instead of seeing it for what it truly is? All right, everybody. This is the energy check. This was quite intense. And again, only take what resonates. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and like it if you resonated, because it helps me know how much of the collective it resonates with. But I wish you well today, and do take care. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. Blessings.